Alright, hello out there. I see a Sarge, a Stewart, and an Irony Thorn. Thought that was going to be a Game of Thrones pun for a second. Let me click on a thing. Just realized I can't see all of them. Hello! There we are officially. How's it going out there? And Great Canadian Guy. Welcome. Tom. Is that Irony? Just realized this thing that's up on my monitor is blocking me from seeing my monitor, which is not useful. Alright. Let's get back to the game. How's it going, guys? I have been playing this off stream, but not on our file. So, that's the me game Galactic Conquest I've been playing as the Rebels. I forgot I was gonna load this before, because as I recall, this game takes forever to load when I'm streaming, and I didn't do it. So we might be here chatting for a few minutes. It is Friday, though. How is it going out there? For those of you who are in the US, it is Mother's Day weekend. I don't know if it's Mother's Day weekend anywhere else. I know the UK already had theirs. Not sure if there's going to be stuff going on for you. Not much. Just had coffee. Currently trapped in the wiki hole reading about Vampire Masquerade lore. I mean, that does tend to happen. Coffee's always good, though. I have some water myself. It is also in Canada. I see. Waiting forward. I really should have loaded this before the stream. I remember thinking about streaming all week and thinking to myself, when I stream all week, load the game before you start streaming. I thought this multiple times over multiple days. You can see how well it stuck. Alright, there's the game. That specific one, were you also looking at vampire lore? Alright, let's get all that stuff on. And it is also Mother's Day weekend for you. Huzzah. Alright. Let's see where we left off. Okay, so we are the Empire. So we are green. These are our planets. Anything that's just kind of like a wire format like that is a place we cannot interact with yet. Gray is currently like no one's planet, but really that's a pirate planet. And then red is the rebellion. So we're being told to go to Geonosis. The grayed out planets, I think, are optional. So we're going to hit a couple of optional planets, but really focus on these rebel ones. But as you can see, we have Endor, which most of you should be familiar with. Biss, which is a planet from the expanded universe in Legends. Bespin and Dagobah and Naboo, you should all know from the movies. And then Vergresso Asteroids is another thing. Like, oh no, not that one, but the Game of Thrones. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of see where we left off here. Looks like we had just taken Vestine. That was the last thing we did last time we streamed. So we have some stuff building there. We have some stuff building on Sullust. Coralag. I think we were waiting on getting the next building before I went anywhere else. I'm not too worried right now about building space stations behind us, because the rebels are not currently going to be able to attack behind us. I'm more worried about building up Sullust and Biss, because eventually these worlds are going to open up. And when they do, those will be rebel worlds. But we can probably do Endor next. So I'm going to go somewhere. Coruscant's as good a place as any, and build a
in production.
Scouting ship. Hey, hi, Dufo. That's how Wikipedia works, man. Okay, so we'll go here. We're gonna move. Zoomed in on the wrong planet. No, I do not want Biss. I want Coruscant. Thank you. We'll move that out of the way, and we'll send that scout ship over to Endor. We'll see about going to Endor. Meanwhile, let's let these ships join our larger fleet. Right now, the only planet that's really in danger is Coruscant, and I should probably be more worried about Coruscant than I have it right now. But that's okay. It did just occur to me that the rebels could technically attack us from Coruscant. So we'll fix that here shortly after we spy on Endor. Okay, so that just says there's nothing on Endor. So cross your fingers and your toes. Well, what do you know? There really is nothing on Endor. That's nice. Let's fly this fleet back to Coruscant. And we'll just take Endor, I guess. That's nice. Bestine, pop me out a scout. I'm wondering if these gray planets are all just planets I can take?
Building under construction.
We're sure as heck gonna find out.
Construction complete.
Sarge is coming up on some exciting times. That is for sure. Okay, so we'll check out Bespin and Biss. So I guess I should really be building 2 scout ships.
Unit in production.
Or they're not ships really, but scout droids, whatever. Coralag. What else do I want to build on Coralag? I don't really care for officers that much, to be completely honest, and I'm not really worried about them right now. Let's get another mine going. Because again, we want to be getting money. If you have a... In Coruscant economics... Well, the thing is, if we lose Coruscant, we also lose the game. It was not occurring to me that, like, the rebels might attack. I feel like we're in campaign mode, and in campaign mode, it's not usually one that's super aggressive.
Construction complete.
Right, let's see what's on Bespin. But sometimes the game will come after you if you don't play enough. If this were Galactic Conquest, it would be something completely different. Oh, Bespin is a rebel world. Well, what do you know? 7 of something, 2 of something, 2 of another. That's very intriguing. Okay, so Bespin's going to be hard to beat. But doable, but a challenge. So let's spy on Biss. Let's see if Biss is also another world that we can just take. It appears to be.
Construction complete.
Let's just grab some units, I guess. And send them to Biss.
Transmission
and see if we can just take Biss. Okay, we can just take Biss. There you go. So I think the next plan is actually to hit Aradu, which is a part of the plan. And then we can go after these worlds. But if we take Aradu, that's going to protect Coruscant, and that's something that's very important. But let's start building up Biss, because Biss is now capable of being attacked.
Constructing.
So then we need another spy ship. Spy droid,
Unit
whatever.
in production.
And we'll scout out Aradu. Aradu does not appear to have a space station. You see here, there's nothing there. But on the ground, it has full ground spots. Everything's built in. So it's probably going to be a pretty easy space battle, unless, of course, they have a lot of ships there. But it's probably going to be a difficult ground battle.
Constructing unit.
Go ahead and start building some ships. Now, these planets are technically in danger of this rebel fleet. I'm not as concerned about that as I probably should be. But we'll go ahead and just build some ground forces there. Okay, you go to Aradu. Go to Aradu. Come on.
Complete.
It's not that difficult of a piece of instruction. I don't think I can build a higher space station. Okay. Oh, that is a big fleet. Okay, so the 13 is probably it's probably X-wings. So the Empire, you get fighters from your capital ships. The rebels have to build their capital ships and their fighters separately. So the 13 is probably fighters, but that is a big fleet. That's 27. Our fleet currently is 36. So we do have a bigger fleet than they do, but not by much. So let's build up a little bit more, actually.
Vehicle in production.
And really, I shouldn't have taken the ship away from you because you are in danger of getting attacked. Fondor's not in danger of getting attacked, so we'll send troops from there. Jetman, welcome. How's it going? I don't really have any money right now, otherwise I'd keep building things. we'll put
Tartan
it
cruiser
in
reporting.
a faster mode right now. While
Confirmed.
Reporting.
continue
Vehicle
building
in
things.
production.
There we go. Indoor, you go ahead and get a bigger space station.
Constructing.
Okay, we'll go faster. We'll let these ships build, and then I'll feel pretty good about
Cruiser
going.
online. Cruiser online.
Cruiser online.
Tartan cruiser reporting.
We're gonna leave
Right away.
these ships here because they could get attacked by Bespin.
Construction complete.
Tartan cruiser
Okay.
reporting.
So now my fleet is 47. So I'm gonna save, which means we're gonna sit on the save menu for a little while. Sorry, guys. And then we'll go ahead and attack. Oh yeah, totally fine. Lurking is the unsung heroism of all streams. So I super appreciate that. Anybody have exciting weekend plans? I'm actually working one of the days this weekend. I'm covering for somebody, so that's not that exciting. Things going on my side. Things are going well. If you'll notice, we are getting very close to 700 subscribers, which is really cool news. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about all these cool Star Wars books. I think the next one that's coming out is Alphabet Squadron, so I'm excited to read that. That's what you're doing. That's fair. Okay, so now let us go attack.
Rebel forces approaching.
Oh, they're going to Solus? Well, we'll just take Aradu. Haha. See, the game was getting mad at me because I was taking too long, so they're going to hit Sullust. But that means while their fleet went to hit Sullust, we'll hit Aradu. And we'll have them cornered. But yeah, so as I was saying, the game, when you play in campaign mode, the Rebels, or the Imperials, depending on who you're playing as, will not super actively attack you. They will attack you if you're taking too long. If you're playing in Galactic Conquest, they will definitely attack you. Like, that is a free-for-all. Campaign, they kind of let you enjoy the story, unless you're dragging your feet like I was. Solus is going to get wrecked, too, because I mean, I have forces there, but not a lot. But they're not going to want to stay in Solus long, because I'll have just taken Aradu, which is going to separate a lot of their units. Space battle to Aradu. While the planet is controlled, T4B tanks cost less to build. That is a rebel thing, I think. So this will help weaken their ability. Aradu is a trading and governmental hub in the Outer Rim. It is a slate gray world of rugged landmasses and toxic slender seas. Industry holds sway over Aradu, fouling the air, land, and sea with unrelenting outpouring of toxic byproducts. The primary city, Aradu City, is in the southern hemisphere. It is a thriving seaport that had grown up around the mouth of a major river. It spreads almost 100 kilometers inland. If I'm not mistaken, Aradu, which I may not be pronouncing correctly, but that's how I've always pronounced it, this is the homeworld of one Grand Moff Wilhuff Tarkin. If you ever used to think Tarkin was a scary character, just remember that Wilhuff is his first name. I don't know if it's forbidden to mention studying the stream chat. Oh, no. You can talk about studying. That's totally on the level. What I can't remember is, I think the human population on this planet is going to be on our side. I think Araduans are intrinsically Imperial, which is going to help us. Because when I played this ground battle on my off-stream game where I'm playing as the Rebel Alliance, and they were not on my side. I will huff and blow your panel. Exactly. Why are we still here? Come on, game. There we go. I just had to yell at it. Oh, there is a space station here. I was told lies. I was told many lies. There is indeed a space station. And a pretty decent sized one at that.
Let's show these dissidents.
We're gonna wait until the second batch of trooper or TIE fighters pop out.
Destroying all their defenses.
Okay. Let's go not that way. Let's go this way.
As you wish.
I don't want to go through the nebula, because if you go through the nebula, your shields don't work. And I don't want to go through this debris field. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get over there, but that's okay. That's no moon. Yelling works 99% of the time. That's fair.
As the Emperor wills.
Keep coming this way, guys. I don't know what the Emperor wills. I know what I will. Okay, what's shooting at me from where? I see us shooting. Oh, there's something in the nebula. Okay. That's fine. They can handle that. It's not going to have shields in the nebula, so it'll be fine. Pretty sure that's going to be the only ship here, because they just moved the rest of the fleet to Sullust. Shield generator. Go for it. No, Boone, it's been swallow. It's true. Let's turn on the fast button now. This is not going to be a particularly long battle, because I caught them with their pants down. Shoot at the shield generator. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wrecking my tartan. It's funny, some of these guys have names. Battler. Come on, guys. Once we get the shield generator down, this will go much faster. Camera zoom. Camera zoom! Alright, now go for the hangar. Go for the hangar. Go for the hangar. We'll make it where you can't bring out anymore. Yeah, she did. She really did. I was very confused by it. It's a lot of this. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. Okay, cool. Now let's just take down the station. This battle is just about over. I could auto-resolve this, to be honest, just to be faster. But whenever you auto-resolve, it it makes you lose more ships than you should. It's kind of a weird trade-off. It's better just to do the work yourself. Now we're still gonna get kind of wrecked, because basically Sullust is gonna get wrecked. Hey Bear, welcome! My friend Kimtifer. Come on, we almost got this, guys. And this will be it. That is true. Okay. Now everyone attack those things. Bringing in reinforcements. And we almost got it. There we go. It ship's on its last legs. Okay, that was pretty good. We went up against a level 2 station, only lost a little bit of stuff. So they're gonna move on Sullust. I'll probably just auto-resolve the battle at Sullust, because it's gonna be messy. There's no reason at all to fight through that. Now we know exactly what they have. That is a huge, huge, huge thing. Now the thing is they have their ships there, but they don't have all they can do is run at my stations. Like they don't have their troops there, so they're kind of stuck.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh nope, I lied. They do. Oh, that's why the fleet was at 50. Oh no, how did they get them in there? Oh, must have been at Bespin. Okay, what do I have on the ground here? Oh, this is pretty doable, to be honest. Okay, let's fight this. Telenovela is a Spanish soap opera. I believe it probably means television story in some way. Because novella also means, like, a novella is also a thing in publishing. It's if it's longer than a short story and shorter than a novel, it's called a novella. so. Do, 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 do. Waiting. Django's here. Welcome, Django. How's it going? We're just waiting forever. I guess I could read this. Cost reduced for Corvette-sized ships. So we'll get a production boost for our Tartan patrol cruisers. Solus is covered with thick clouds of hot, barely breathable gases. Solus is inhabited through its vast networks of underground caves where native Celestians have built beautiful underground cities that draw large crowds of tourists, and the massive Sorusub Corporation is based on Solus and employs nearly half the population in its mining, energy, packaging, and production divisions. This is obviously Legends. Current canon Solus you can see in Battlefront 2, the new Battlefront 2 game. And it's also volcanic, I think. I think there's more snow on the map there, but that could just be based on the region. I'm gonna eat on stream. That's really loud. It's registering on my mic. Oh, this. Why won't this load? Load faster. It's something about me streaming, because when I was playing it off stream, it did not take this long for the levels to load. So I don't know what that means. I like how the Celestian looks though. He's just like hanging out. There we go.
We've located the enemy.
Alright, so you guys will now get to see what it looks like when you fight from owning the planet. So in a previous stream, we had built these turrets, so these turrets are still here. And they're going to start shooting at these guys. The natives of the planet are going to be against us. But what you want to do is you want to click on these buildings and you can get upgrades. So this upgrade will make us immune to the weather. This upgrade will make us faster. This upgrade will make our vehicles faster. What do I want to do here? Okay, you guys are squad 1. And we're gonna send you over here because I want you to take out that thing.
Ready for recon.
You guys are squad 2.
Ready to go.
And I mostly just want you guys to keep an eye on right there. So that leaves everybody else. Basically, when you defend a planet, you have whatever troops you had built. So here are my stormtroopers, and then anything with a flag, those are spawned from the building that you built there. So you actually get more. That way, in case a planet gets invaded that you didn't have any troops on at all, you still have the ability to defend. You are 3, and we're going to send you guys that way.
Moving to secondary position.
So you can see here our turrets are at work. These turrets won't last long, but they'll serve to at least slow everyone down. This turret will be fighting the natives of the world as well.
The best defense is a good offense. Go out and capture all the landing locations. The enemy will be unable to send in reinforcements and will fall to our greater numbers.
Form up.
Okay, let's start moving to forward here.
Upgrade complete.
See, the first upgrade's done.
On the move. On the way. Fire. Awaiting orders.
Bring these guys in.
Target acquired. Enemy sighted.
And the turret also allowed us to have sight on everything.
Copy.
Still want these guys to take out this, because that will take away their vision.
Firepower. I copy. Fire for maximum effect.
I don't usually build speeder racer or like swoop racer speeder bike guys, whatever. because they're not particularly good.
Reporting.
Keep coming, guys. I'm gonna pause briefly, come over here and check on these guys. How are they doing? Okay, they almost got that destroyed. Once they get that destroyed, we'll bring them in as well.
Yes, Commander. Ready.
Focus on these guys.
Upgrade complete.
So this ash that's falling would give us a penalty. It would reduce range by 50%, but this weather bonus we have means we no longer suffer from that. You run up here. Come on. Everybody over here. Everyone up here. Drop your bombs.
Yes, sir.
You guys get over here.
Ready to go. Open fire. Awaiting orders.
I need my stormtroopers to actually run up here, because what we can do is we can take the landing bay,
Always ready, sir.
and then they won't be able to bring down any more troops. So really, you just kind of want to land rush up here. I had my speeder, or my scout troopers drop a bunch of like bombs basically, and that took out all their troops that they had. I'm gonna send you specifically up here so we can get those pirate ships again.
Reporting in. Roger that.
Keep moving up, guys. You can see we're contesting the landing bay. Once we contest the landing bay, they won't be able to land there anymore. And so we'll only be fighting who's here on the ground. Spread out so it will be harder to hit.
Targeting. Right away. Fire for maximum effect.
And then it's just a matter of we just have to fight who's here now. This game or this battle, you mean?
Awaiting orders. Firing. Concentrating firepower.
Destroyed. Swamp speeder ready. Moving.
Copy.
Uh-oh. They got that built and I didn't realize. I'll take that down.
Fire.
Unit destroyed.
Secondary position. Target acquired.
Unit destroyed.
Yeah, that turret's gonna wreck us. We gotta take it down.
Unit destroyed.
There we go.
I copy.
Focus on those guys. Those are the most dangerous. Alright, we've now taken the landing bay. Not that it matters because we don't have reinforcements, but they can't land anybody else. So who's here is who's here.
Enemy spotted. Reporting. Hostiles.
Swamp speeder reporting. Unit destroyed.
Yes, sir. Attack. Awaiting destination.
Unit destroyed.
Marking for the enemy.
And now you just kind of go from here. Sorry, I've been focusing. Bringing in the speeder bike.
Yes, Commander.
But pretty much the only reason why we had any chance at all
Yes, Commander.
is because we managed to take the landing bay. They can't just keep landing troops forever. We don't want to let them do that.
Scout trooper active. Engaging rebel
Take
forces.
down that turret. You can see we're starting to get reinforcements as our other reinforcements have been killed. So we'll just kind of run these guys
sir.
over.
Scouting area. Yes, sir. Hostile sighting.
Oh, I see. There's still a tank. We need to focus on that tank. Take that, Denise. I am so good. Denise should be learning from me. I mean, let's be honest. Denise would have way less problems in her life if she just let me handle things. Who's even left alive right now? Like these randoms?
Ready to go. Open fire!
I think it's literally like these guys.
Roger.
Ready for command, sir.
Oh, and this thing. Okay. Hello, giant tank that I just didn't see. Game because the bombarding. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of really good mechanics in this. It's really quite impressive. Where's that tank think it's going? You're gonna meet my turret, my friend.
Assault in progress.
Awaiting orders. Attack that target!
That tank is literally like all that's left. There we go. Haha, we win. That wasn't too bad. We did take some losses, but we fought off a lot of guys. So there you go.
Recruiting troops. Unit in production.
So now that fleet's just kind of like, well, now what do we do? And that's where we go.
That is the
Over there. We'll go back and
Construction complete.
see if we can't take out a good portion of their fleet.
Tactical battle imminent.
Now, there's no space station here. So that is a helpful thing. This is going to be a tough fight, though. Poe! Welcome! No, Denise is, what I call Emilia Clarke's character on Game of Thrones, because I never watched that show. It's like Daenerys or something. I call her Denise. How are you today, Poe? Dave's here! Wee Hours Games, how's it going? It is good to see you. See, it's Friday, so you must be getting ready to fire up a Sim stream? Is that what your agenda is for the day? It's a big old party in here right now. I'm not going to read this thing again because it's going to say the same thing as last time. We'll just wait 900 years for it to load. While I eat my peanut butter filled pretzels. That's very loud on stream. Being sick is no fun. I hope you feel better soon. It's really fun. The only thing that looks bad on stream is for some reason on stream it takes 900 years for a level to load. And I don't know why. When I'm not streaming, it does not take 900 years for a level to load. But the rest of the game is super fun. It's from 2005, but it's actually pretty, I feel like it's pretty well built for a 2005 game. Oh my gosh, so many hellos. It's just a big old hello party. Come on, game. We have loaded for a long time. I have aged in this time since we've been loading. Is Wee Hours Games, is Dave. Sorry. I have a bad habit, like, with both Wee Hours and Great Canadian Guy. I'll just use, like, their name. And if people are unfamiliar, they're like, who are you talking to? My imaginary friends. Why is this taking so long to load? I'm just, like, clicking around on the screen. Waiting. Hot, barely breathable ashfall is the weather. Pretty rough weather report. I thought my weather was bad, and it's definitely not hot, barely breathable ashfall. Lava rivers, volcanoes, and underground caves. I mean, that's pretty amazing. Imaginary friends, right? My imaginary friends, Dave and John. Even in my imagination, I came up with 2 of the most common names in the Western world. Yeah, the 2005 games and loading screens. It does not take this long to load off stream. I don't know. Technically, aren't our imaginary friends in novels and games? I mean, I feel that way. Yeah. Right? Well, that's my thing, too, is it's just like... I get used to everything. GCD, it is easier to type GCD. You're right. It's just 2 keys. Why is this taking 900 years? If I click out of the game and click back in the game, will that trick it? Sometimes that tricks games. Nope, that didn't do anything. Well, I hope you guys really like this screen. Because we've spent a lot of time here. I'm all in your imagination. I used to be afraid that all of my internet friends were constructs of my imagination and I didn't really create them. And then I became afraid that they were all one person who was pranking me. And like one person was pretending to be every internet friend I have. I have a lot of very strange concerns. My gosh, Sarge, that tweet you put me in is like exploding. Why? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Game. Like, this is getting... This has been the most absurd loading screen of them all. There we go. Okay.
There they are. Blast them.
Do not understand why that took so long. Okay, let's real quick group these guys up.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Vader, where did I not have faith in you? Like, let's be honest right now.
No escape.
Like, what part of any of this was, like, not faith? This is gonna be a really rough battle, I'm not gonna lie.
Sensors are reporting there is a hostile presence surrounding the planet.
I noticed, but thank you for your help in telling me. Mucinex? This stream will get really interesting on Mucinex. We just gotta try to pick these guys apart, basically. As best we can. So right now, I'm just kind of focusing on the Corvettes. The real danger is the sheer amount of X-Wings that we're facing, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Those are hard to target. There's so many of them. So right now, I'm just going to control what I can control. And that is shooting down the Corvettes. And the Corvettes can do a lot of damage to my TIE fighters, and my TIE fighters are my best bet against the X-Wings, so we'll focus on those for right now. Right now, we're doing pretty well. We have not yet lost anybody. And I'm not seeing more Corvettes come in. So now it's just a matter of fighting a bunch of X-Wings. And they do not seem to be coordinated enough to be really causing any problems. Ah, there's another Corvette. Let's take it off fast mode. Go fight that guy. Brandster, welcome! Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. What video are you working on, or is it a secret? If it's a secret, you don't have to tell. We are destroying the rebel threat. Taking our first loss. Keep going after these Corvettes, guys. Don't navigate. Attack. There we go. Dropping video in the next 24 hours, not so long. It just depends on it. Makes sense. Hopefully has. I'm sure there'll be. I'm sure JJ is going to come up with something really spectacular in terms of like final battles. So, what? Let's see here. You are strong against, weak against, strong against, weak against. I think I want to wait around and bring in another capital ship, honestly, instead of another Tartarin. The capital ships will bring in fighters. This is going to be a long haul, though. I know this might not seem super exciting. Question about screen chats. Why does your name appear in an orange filled out rectangle? It does? On my screen or like in what you're looking at? Because I don't see that. Like I said, this is just going to take a while. If I auto-resolve this, I actually don't know how it would go because of how the AI works. So we're just going to keep shooting at everything. But this is going to be really good for us to take out their main fleet, basically. You can see Resistance, Pirates, and Random Galaxy. Aha! We win! You can see Resistance, Pirates, and Random Galaxy. Yeah, for sure. Ah, we lost Vader, darn it. That's okay. He'll come back. That was a lot. We took out a pretty massive part of their fleet.
Constructing.
Okay, let's send some of the fleet back to Coruscant to keep Coruscant safe. We'll keep the rest here at Sullust.
Confirmed.
Coruscant just has a fully functional
Reporting.
Space station, so it doesn't need quite as much help. And then let's actually fly this over to Aradu, even though that'll leave Sullust susceptible to Bespin. That's okay. For right now. We'll move you to...
Tactical battle imminent.
What? Oh, I'm getting attacked by one troop. Well, just auto-resolve that one. I don't care that much. That was just somebody who was flying to Aradu. That's all. This, let's get you a bigger
Building started.
space station.
Reporting.
Recruiting troops.
Build some troops.
Vehicle
Okay,
in
let's
production.
take this moment to save really quick. So we're gonna sit on the save menu for a second. Sorry, guys, but I want to save. Having done that, I've been chosen by Revan. Welcome back. Aw. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate seeing you all on this Saturday. Or not Saturday, Friday. I know what day of the week it is. I work today, so I should be aware of what day of the week it is. Darkseid. Poe is a champion of the light. She is the female Poe Dameron. The Lady Oscar Isaac. Is that okay? I feel like Lady Oscar Isaac is a compliment. I mean it only as the highest regards. Always open to taking drugs for medical. I mean, I once accidentally, well, the first part I did intentionally, but I took NyQuil like a year ago when I was sick. And I went to bed, woke up, went to work. By the time I got to work, it was 8 hours later. And while I did it thankfully while I was at work, but I took DayQuil at work. but there's still NyQuil in my system, and it screwed with my head. I don't recommend ever doing that. Never recommend mixing those two things. Oh, he's got a crossguard. He's like that. He's like that. That Kylo boy. Speaking of, I really like this shirt. It's a really cool, like, two-tone shirt. But, like, the dude on the shirt is the Executioner from The Last Jedi. I'm like, it's a little weird to walk around with an Executioner on my shirt. But the shirt's really cool, so I don't really know how I feel about that. Yes, Sarge, I think I was messaging you. It was awful. Like, it was awful. I could not walk in a straight line. I felt like I was dying. Like, I imagine it's like all of the effects of being drunk with none of the fun of being drunk. That's how I imagine it. Oh, the game's paused. That's why I can't do anything.
Construction complete.
Ready to go.
Oh, yeah. No, and I certainly didn't bring it up to bring up that topic. I just brought it up because it's on the shirt.
Away.
But I'm so over that discussion, to be honest. I think a lot of people are, and it's to the point where, like, I will see people on my timeline complaining about people complaining about The Last Jedi when I didn't even see people complaining about The Last Jedi. It was like, why are we even arguing at this point in time? You can't sneeze when you're in a coma. That's true. That's kind of terrifying, to be honest. Now we're just going to sit on this menu again. It's pretty exciting. I don't think I can move it around, but yeah, so we'll take a Radu, and then after we take a Radu, I'll probably want to go for Bespin, just because that will keep Indoor, Bestine, and Sullust protected. So by taking Bespin and a Radu, that will protect those main ships, as well as protecting Coruscant and Biss. So those are the best things I can handle. Dale is here! Welcome, Dale. Hello there, General Dale. How are you today? So sick of the film, not because it's bad, because everyone attempts. Right! And it's like at this point, I'd rather talk about The Rise of Skywalker. Not that there's a whole lot to talk about with The Rise of Skywalker. But, like, there's so many other things to talk about. And, like, there's still videos I would like to make about The Last Jedi, exploring things, but I haven't made them because I feel like it's just gonna get dragged into the whole is The Last Jedi good or not conversation. But it's really just I want to talk about it in the same way there's stuff from The Force Awakens I want to talk about, or the prequel trilogy I want to talk about. Like, I don't want to talk about it because The Last Jedi is topical, but because we're a Star Wars channel, and The Last Jedi is Star Wars, you know what I mean? Well, there is this beautiful concept of headcanon, but to engage in headcanon, you have to not actually care what is and isn't canon. Oh, that Starbucks controversy was great. I had a couple of people follow me that were like Game of Thrones accounts, and I didn't follow them back, and I felt kind of bad because I'm like, you are not going to be happy that you followed me, because this is the first time I've ever tweeted about Game of Thrones, and it's probably the last. We're just sitting here. Not to worry, though, at least because we're sitting on here, once we go to the actual loading screen, it will actually load. I've found that we either end up sitting here. You can't see it because you can't see my cursor, but I'm looking at the spinning pinwheel.
Invasion
there we go.
commencing.
Oh, this isn't going to be bad at all. Let's see what we're in for here. Yeah, this isn't going to be bad at all. We got this. More Denise and Joan tweets? Yes. Denise and Joan are my favorite. Along with...
The enemy is approaching.
Along with Degrassius. He's a character, right? Okay. So the people of Aradu are on my side. They're basically just going to keep the rebels busy. Because I've played this map a million times, I know there's a sensor over here that will open up the whole map. Not ready for the commitment? If we ever start a Patreon, which I don't know if we will, but we should. When we start a Patreon, I want to do a Patreon series where I watch like random episodes of shows I've never seen.
On my way.
And talk about them.
Advancing.
And like do a review for a show like in the middle of the series.
Inputting coordinates.
And like try to do it. I think that would be fun. Right? It's a pretty hoppin' chat right now. Do it for Joan. Do it for Joan.
This planet is at risk of falling into the hands of the rebels.
It is
Mount a
kind of
defense
actually
that will
in the
send them
hands of the
crawling
rebels, but
back
I
into
really
their
appreciate
holes.
it. Oh, that's fine. I did not bring that up. Like, no one's ever obligated. Honestly, one of my biggest reasons why I've been reticent to start a Patreon is I want to come up with stuff for it that doesn't leave people out of the channel. Like, I never want this to be a paywall channel. So a lot of the ideas I have for it are, like, really just non-Star Wars stuff anyway. Right? That's what I thought, Dave. I thought that would be great. Like, I try to give this really serious, in-depth review of something I know nothing about based off of one TV episode. I think it would be pretty good. And then I don't feel like I'm leaving anyone out of anything actually important, you know what I mean? I think it would be pretty good.
Always ready, sir.
Okay, we're gonna at least get started, and then everybody else who lands will do other stuff. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, and then I'm really excited to see this character's arc throughout the show. Yes, that character isn't even, like, in the show anymore. Like, oh. Like, yeah, that was just, like, a side character. I didn't know. We need to take these guys out, because they will take our tanks out pretty bad. Wait. Hey, Joan is back! That's the one thing with Game of Thrones, is I feel like, because I don't live under a rock, I know most of the big stuff, but I don't know why it's important. So, like, I know a lot of big stuff that happens in Game of Thrones, but I have no idea why it matters. We're just gonna step on that guy? Heck yeah, we're just gonna step on that guy.
Moving out.
We just stepped right on his face. You officially reach cool status, your top 3 and behind. Oh. That's pretty impressive. Okay, now we're gonna have these guys walk over here because there are turrets over here.
We'll cover you.
So we'll work on getting those. A lot of this stuff I know just because I've played this map 900 times.
Reporting in.
Just shoot these guys up there. Actually, no, I take that back. These guys are gonna stand here. Tanks can come across the water here. So we're gonna leave these guys here just to keep an eye on everything. Why are we going so slow? Oh, that's why. I had, take cover on, which makes you go slower, but makes you harder to hit. But right now we're not getting shot at, so we're gonna take that off. You,
Reporting in.
specifically, go here.
Squad, move out.
You are now 0.
Roger that.
Come over here.
Right away, sir. Form up.
I thought I sent people over here, but apparently I didn't.
Advance.
You need to tell her the funny story later.
Attacking!
Now, what we get because we're attacking the planet, of course, we will get a bombing run. And you can see down there by the map that that's filling in nicely. Gotta take off, do real world stuff before you sit in front of the computer. Well, thank you for dropping by. I think you would like the game. I'm sorry you had to watch so much of the loading menu. It honestly isn't this bad when you play it off stream. For some reason, it's been doing this to me because it hates me.
Firing!
Andy, welcome. Well, thank you for the swing by. It's always nice to see you. I was really enjoying our conversation in the Discord earlier. It's always nice to be able to have a conversation about a movie with someone where, like, you can have a middle-of-the-road opinion. Like, I feel like with most movies, you have to, like, love every part of them or hate every part of them. And it was just really refreshing to have a conversation where it was like, I liked this part of the movie and I didn't like that part of the movie. And we could just actually talk about it. So, that was nice. Which is just a, how much longer am I streaming? Let's see, it's 1:30 my time, and I need to be done by 3 o'clock my time. All right, let's bomb some stuff.
Bomber standing by.
Just bomb all their tanks. Usually I would do a building, but We should bomb their tanks. I found it fascinating. Well, okay, so it was, the first time I saw it was like premiere day, so everyone was just laughing at everything. And the second time I saw it, the theater was very empty, actually, because when I can see movies is in the middle of the day, when everybody else is at work. So the first time I saw it, I actually, I saw it with a lot of people. The second time I saw it with not very many people. Therefore, I was able to kind of like hear what the movie actually wanted and like listen to the musical cues and stuff. Hey, Nopo? Feel better. I'm sorry you don't feel well. It's the worst. Especially this time of year when it's like finally getting nice out. Okay, so these tanks are kind of beat up. Yeah, I think, well, the first time I saw it, I think everyone was just laughing at everything. Because everyone was so excited because the movie just came out. The second time I saw it, there were like 5 other people in the theater. So like, they're just, when there's not as many people in the theater, there's not as much social pressure to laugh. And in fact, there's a lot of social pressure to not laugh for some reason. So the second time I saw it, the audience was really not reacting at all because there wasn't much of one. But because of that, I was able to kind of feel how I wanted to feel without feeling like how other people were reacting, and I was also able to hear, like I said, the musical cues and stuff. Endgame. We were talking about Endgame. Which is why I haven't said anything specific. Even though, at this point, to be honest, like, all of Twitter is...
I copy.
Why are you guys going so slow? Like, everyone is walking 2 miles an hour on this planet, and it's stressing me out.
Fire for maximum effect.
Oh, I see. Well, I see why you guys are going slow. We'll take that off.
Yes, sir.
You guys come after these guys.
Open fire!
Oh, no, that's fine. You were still on Game of Thrones.
Yes, Commander.
But yeah, shameless plug for the Discord. We were having a pretty good conversation. I have, I'm one of the few people that had very complicated feelings about Endgame. There's parts of Endgame I love and are some of the best MCU I've ever seen. And then there's some stuff with Endgame I was really let down on personally, but you know, that's just me. I know that not a lot of people, not everyone felt that way, and that's okay.
Avoiding fire.
I mean, it's pretty easy to know the answer to that question at this point. I'm still trying not to talk about stuff too openly, even though it's probably safe to at this point. But like, even on our Discord, you still, like, we have like an in-game specific area to talk. Okay, everyone focus on these guys, but then we're gonna have the barrage area here. And then that turret's getting built, so that will either serve as a distraction or it will actually get made. What are these turrets over here? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to send anybody up that way. That's dangerous. Ooh, we're getting wrecked here. Everyone focus on that turret. We are getting wrecked up in here. You're doing better now, though. Alright, so that turret's going to help us out quite a bit. It's mostly just vehicles left, which is good and bad.
Ready to go. Engaging enemy. On my way.
Alright, we're making some good progress here. Catch you later, Andy. Are those the only 2 films you've seen, or have you seen even some of the other ones that you didn't see as didn't think were as appealing. Are you just not a fan of superhero movies in general? Out of curiosity? Which is totally fine. Right now, I'm just focusing on these tanks because these tanks are going to be the hardest part. After we get done with the tanks, I'm going to start moving on the buildings.
Target acquired.
Okay, now I can see where everyone is, so I'm not worried about somebody sneaking up on here. So these guys can start walking over here.
Enemy sighted.
And hopefully they don't go over the water. It's not a fair they're going to.
Construction complete.
Enemy spotted. Hostile. Concentrating firepower.
Concentrated firepower. Alright, we've pretty much taken out anybody left. Okay, so attack this building. Garage area.
Maximum effect. Open fire.
Seen all the Spider-Man films from Sam Raimi and the Iron Man trilogy, and yeah, just not a big fan of superheroes. Yeah, and that's fair. Hello, John Barry. Welcome. How are you today? Oh yeah. The movie theater I go to regularly has a, we get a refillable bucket, so whenever I go to the movies, I just,
Attack that target.
like I pay one time for popcorn, which isn't necessarily cheap, but to be honest, it's really not that bad when you consider how often I might go. Okay, let's focus on this tank right now.
Enemies at will. Following your lead.
Oh yeah, the movies are very large cultural phenomenons. Alright, let's work on taking down this building. So we take down that tank real quick while he's kind of weak. Put this in fast motion.
Firing.
Shouldn't take too much longer. We'll focus on the building so that it can't blow us out there. Yeah, it's really nice. It's like a $25 bucket, so it's a lot. It's not cheap, but it lasts for 6 months. So it's like every time I go to the movie theaters, over 6 months, I don't have to pay for popcorn, and like they really don't care if you let other people use it too. So like a lot of times I'll refill it and like spread the popcorn around, so like I can just get popcorn for like everybody who goes with me. It's really nice. But they do that because then I always go to that theater and I don't go to the other theater in town. So that's how they trap you. So I want you guys to focus on, what do we got left here?
Target
Yes.
acquired.
Oh, I can understand that one. Usually though, I can handle it unless it's something really long like in game. All right, we just had to take out this comms tower, and we're good to go. We'll have won. I mean, there's technically 2 Thor films with Natalie Portman, but most people say Ragnarok's the best Thor anyway.
Building
The
under
third one.
construction. Beginning construction.
I see, you've said that before. You said that the last time you were on my stream, Stuart, and I don't understand how you think it's any different than Star Wars. Or maybe you've just had, which is fine. Like, I don't mean that confrontationally. I just think it's a curious statement for somebody who's into Star Wars lore.
Inputting coordinates.
Because I feel like Star Wars lore is just as confusing. That's fine. I mean, it was a week ago, so, like, I don't always remember everything. It's just, that particular comment I found interesting.
Construction complete.
Alright, so what do we want to do
Ready to
next
go.
here? I think I said Bespin. I want to build another spy
in
unit
production.
and see what's on Bespin now that, what's there now that we've taken out a big portion of the Rebels' fleet. I certainly don't need a ship on Coruscant anymore, though.
Roger.
Because Coruscant is not... I mean, it will become attackable once these planets open up, but they're not opened up right now.
Construction complete. Beginning construction.
We definitely want to keep Aradu fortified.
Construction complete.
Wait, but like, Marvel comics are Marvel comics. Like, you don't have... I've never read a Marvel superhero comic in my entire life, and I can understand the MCU. Like, it's a separate universe entirely. So, like, you can watch the MCU and not have to worry about reading a darn thing, because I certainly do.
Ready to go.
The comics themselves, I haven't gotten into the comics because I don't necessarily know where to begin or anything like that, but it's also because I just don't have time to get as invested in that as I already am in Star Wars. Yeah, Iron Man 3 was interesting. I feel like they did a lot of really good things with Iron Man 3. I don't even necessarily... Yeah, see, this is way better now. I don't even necessarily have a problem with the Mandarin in concept.
Let's go.
I just feel like Guy Pearce was a really weird casting choice for that. And painting, though, it's just that it gets in the way of viewing films. I mean, it's just a series, I guess. I don't know. But, alright, let's go for Bespin. Bespin has no ground battle. It's only in space. Yeah, like, I get not wanting to get into... I mean, 22 films is a big commitment. I get that. I mean, that's twice the current size of Star Wars films now. And like I said, I haven't gotten into the comics either. But, like, I feel like it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, it's just a matter of if you want to, like, and I haven't gotten into the comics because I just don't want to. Like, I'm behind in Star Wars comics as it is. If I'm going to read anything, I'm going to read Star Wars comics. But, with the films, you know, if you like superhero movies, they're totally worth it. If superheroes just don't do it for you, then I can totally get it. All right, so tactical information, additional income provided by Tabana gas mining. Bespin is a large gas giant with no land masses, but its upper atmosphere of billowing clouds hosts an envelope of breathable air called the Life Zone, where a variety of life forms have evolved. Local inhabitants have established floating colonies here, such as Cloud City, a popular resort and mining town. Bespin's chief and most profitable export is the precious Tabana gas that is used to power blasters and other energy weapons. It's kind of complicated for me to explain even over the internet why superhero movies are complicated for me. That's fine. Like, if they don't do it for you, they don't do it for you. That's totally fine. We're just gonna sit on this loading menu for a while. Get to know each other better. My Twitter always blows up when I'm streaming. It gives me FOMO issues. It really does. But it's also usually Sarge. So, for what that's worth. Why won't this load? This is gonna get really ridiculous as we keep going. It really is. I might need to look through the game and figure out why it does this. Another thing, it might not be for you. You don't like MC or Game of Thrones at all. Don't care. Oh, and I don't think, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not into Game of Thrones, but it doesn't bother me if people like them. Or, I mean, honestly, I'm not into DC superheroes as much. And that's not even because of the like, fake rivalry. Like, I just found, like, as a kid growing up, I watched the animated series. And before I knew, like, I didn't understand that there was Marvel and DC. I didn't really know that they were even connected. And I just naturally liked the Spider-Man and X-Men comic or cartoons, and didn't really care for the Superman one at all. And to be honest, like, I even watched some of the Batman one, and it just didn't do it for me, which I know is like grounds to turn in my nerd card to say that, but it just didn't do it for me. And then when I got older, I learned that what Marvel and DC were. And I also learned that I was naturally gravitating towards Marvel characters and not DC characters. So there's something to, not something to the rivalry, but there's something to people liking one over another in a way that I'm not really educated enough on it to fully articulate. But, like, even within it, like, if you don't like, you can like superheroes, but then only like certain superheroes. And that's just a thing. Bobcat is here. Welcome, Bobcat. How are you? You prefer DC, but Marvel is great. Yeah. Well, and I think if, like, superhero comics were my gig, I would probably try more DC. And, like, to be fair, I might like more DC if I read the comics based off of the films, but I say that, like, even having seen DC cartoons. So, I don't know. There's just something to it. Oh yeah, no. That's part of what makes Star Wars so interesting to me. Is Star Wars is one of the few film franchises that was born on a screen. In fact, the only other super franchise I can think of that wasn't adapted from something is Star Trek, which didn't start as films but started as a TV show and not a book series. And the movies aren't adaptations of the TV series; they're continuations of them. Like everything else that's like a super franchise, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. As long as we're being boring, I'm gonna go ahead and save here too. What else is big right now? Obviously, like MCU, that kind of stuff. It's like all from books or comics. Like there's very few film, like even James Bond is from books. Like I can't think of another, like, other than Star Wars and then Star Trek, which actually came from TV, I can't think of another super franchise that is purely from the cinema. The stories are loosely based on comic arcs. But I love how well they did. Yeah, well, and the thing the MCU did the best was casting, to be honest. Yeah, I've heard DC makes better TV shows, but Marvel makes better movies. I haven't watched any DC TV show, and Marvel's TV shows haven't been doing it for me, which is odd. For as much as I liked the movies, the TV shows just haven't. Other than like Agent Carter, that should have never gotten canceled. You're never really into comics as a kid. Saw Superman in the theater and thought it was a new thing. Turns out it was like 20 years old even then. Personally, for superheroes, I have to say Deadpool is your favorite. Mostly because he got conned into being a hero every time. But that's fair. Yep, and Star Wars is the only one that was born on the screen. Everything else is an adaptation. So that's one of the things I like most about Star Wars, is that it is something that is so purely cinema. And while I was briefly upset when Legends became Legends, which is something I've changed from, it is something I respect, because I think ultimately Star Wars has to reflect the other films more than it should reflect any other medium, because it started on the screen. If you liked the Deadpool film, suggest trying the comics. Deadpool seemed like a bad guy, kind of. Yeah, and that seems. Oh, game saved. Okay, let's.
Reporting in.
I told you before that I don't like going through nebulas, but you really don't have a choice with Bespin, so we're just going to start getting through it as fast as we can. I mean, I agree now, but like, I was upset when Legends became Legends because I did not understand that Lucasfilm was still existing. When Disney bought Lucasfilm, I thought they bought Lucasfilm out and dissolved Lucasfilm, and it was only later that I realized that it was just who owned Lucasfilm that changed, and then I was okay with it. All of my upsetness went away once I realized that Disney would own Lucasfilm in the same way that it owns Marvel. But like when Disney bought Lucasfilm, no one was saying that. Everyone was just saying that Disney owned Star Wars. And I just didn't understand for a while. Back in December, I released a video about how I reacted to the Disney buyout and how my relationship with the new canon has like developed all the way up into The Last Jedi. And I kind of got into it a lot there. Oh yeah, if Lucas had made the sequel trilogy, he wouldn't have cared about the books at all. Yeah, that's the thing, is it was not explained well when Disney bought Star Wars, what was going on. Let's fire more. Use our super power. If we can just get the shield generator down, we'll be in much better shape. Yeah, Lucas got ran out by the fans. It's really unfortunate. And he hasn't even been shy about it. Like, he said he stopped because no one wants to watch his movies anymore. Which I think is just sad. Bring in some reinforcements here.
We'll be there soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's really ironic. I remember a lot of people hated the Clone Wars when it first came out, just reading like comment sections on the episode guides on StarWars.com and stuff like that. People hated the Clone Wars when it started because it was changing the canon. Most of the time it didn't bother me. There were a few things they did that bothered me, like changing Ryloth being tide locked. But for the most part, I was fine with it. And but the ironic thing now is with Legends, Clone Wars is like the great canon preserve. Like Night Sisters are only canon now because of that. Cellcath are only canon now because of it. It's pretty interesting. And I agree with that, John. The problem becomes who decides that, and inevitably every person is going to have a different opinion on what's dumb to be left out and what's good to be brought back in. And that's where I ultimately think the clean slate is better, because after that you're just nitpicking, and then you're basically telling our authors that their book wasn't good enough to stay in canon. It's just cleaner the way they did it. But in terms of headcanon, there's absolutely things that I consider more canon than others from Legends. Yeah, no, those people don't understand how George interacted with canon at all. I just don't give a lot of that time. Like, who cares what those people think, you know? Like, why waste any energy thinking about it? They didn't waste the energy to think about it beforehand. I'm not going to waste my energy to think about them now. Let's speed this up. Just killing a space station. Gonna shoot a space station. We almost got it. I think we can agree that some things are better than Luke. Oh yeah! KOTOR is definitely better than Luke Skywalker, for sure. And like you have those easy things, but then you get into other stuff like I really like the Coruscant Nights trilogy, book trilogy. A lot of people didn't like it. So who decides whether or not that gets to stay canon? You know what I mean? So it's one of those ideas that really works when you go with the obvious stuff like KOTOR, that doesn't work when you get to the middle. That's where I think cleaning things up from the beginning is probably just a smarter idea. I understand why people were turned off. Character. I don't know. And then Indiana Jones happened. See, and I liked Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when it came out. Like, it was intentionally hokey, and I think not a lot of people understood how intentionally hokey it was, and you could certainly just not like it, and that's fine. But that's just, I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was just a case of people who just don't know, like, you just, that movie was not that different from the other ones, at the end of the day, in my opinion. And, you know, some people like Jar Jar Binks and some don't, but at the end of the day, Jar Jar Binks is, like, barely even in the entirety of the prequel trilogy. Like, and to not be able to handle the entirety of the prequels just because of Jar Jar, you know, there came a point with the prequel trilogy where there's definite flaws and there's definitely things that didn't work as well, but then you also have the people that just didn't watch it anymore and they just listened to the hate that got spit all over the internet. All right.
Planetary control.
Heck yeah,
achieved.
Bespin is now ours.
Building started.
Now we're talking. So I would send a probe to Dagobah, but to be honest, Dagobah is a stealth planet, like that's its thing. So you don't actually get to know. You don't actually get to know what's there, what isn't.
Ready to go.
Unit in production. Constructing unit.
Okay. We'll keep Solus. Oh, Solus should be safe now. So I don't know why I'm worrying about this. Aradu, I want you to build some
Unit
ships.
in production. Constructing unit.
Solus, I want you to build some ships.
Unit.
And we'll just start building a secondary fleet over Aradu.
Unit.
Once we get the space station up on Bespin, I'll probably just move to Dagobah. Well, but that's what I'm saying, Stuart, is he's not in a lot of the prequel trilogy. Like, he's in The Phantom Menace, but, like, a few lines in Attack the Clones and a cameo in Rocks is hardly
complete.
being in a large part of the prequel trilogy.
Tartan Cruiser reporting.
Anyone watch the Lion Grand Effect, Star Wars? I don't know. If it's to do with the theory that, like, he got Palpatine emergency powers and that kind of stuff, like, I've even if I haven't seen that video, I've heard that. It's a pretty common thing.
Online. Tartan Cruiser
Yeah,
reporting.
exactly, John.
Fallout.
What are we looking at here on the surface of Aradu? I don't want to fill in all of the spaces on these planets because eventually we get I can build something here though. Eventually we get better vehicle factories and I want spaces to build those.
Tartan Cruiser reporting.
That's totally fair. Okay.
Let's cruiser online.
We'll build up a little bit on Bespin, and then we'll just go check out Dagobah and see what's going on. And then we'll be in really good shape. It'll basically be Naboo, Progresso, Geonosis. So we'll wait for these ships.
Construction complete.
Cruiser online.
Eventually, we'll be able to build level 3 stations, but we just don't have that tech level yet. So, you know what? It might be a waste, but it's only 30 credits. I want to build this and see what's at Dagobah. Somewhere someone needs to keep making me troops.
Enlisting soldiers.
I'm not building any ground troops, and that's kind of stupid of me.
Unit in
Ready to
production.
go.
Reporting.
Unit in production. Unit
I don't
in
really
production.
like TIE Maulers, but they're not terrible either.
Training.
Reporting.
Build me one field guy, but I'm not really a big fan of them. Owen can
Constructing.
have another mine. Alright, we're in pretty good shape now.
Reporting.
This is almost done. We'll fly that over. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be able to tell me anything. But
Reporting.
that's okay.
Reporting.
Reporting. Oh, it can tell me. Oh, Dagobah is going to be super easy.
Reporting.
Let's go. Let's go take Dagobah.
Let's move out.
Tactical battle imminent.
I'm not going to lie. Let's just auto-resolve this one. Yeah, we didn't even take any losses. Like, as long as it takes for this game to, like, save or load anything, that one was just too easy. We're just going to auto-resolve it. All that was in the air was, like, 2 troop transports. It was not worth the effort. Sarge's tweet is still blowing up everywhere. If you guys have not already, please don't forget to like the stream. I would appreciate it greatly. Your identity is that you're a sexy pineapple? I mean, that's fair. I don't know that I could disagree with that. In all honesty. I mean, usually when someone's like Poe, I'm like, that sexy pineapple. Have a good one, Stuart. Thanks to you for dropping by and chatting with us. It was good hearing from you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a great rest of your day. While we wait for this thing to save forever. It's gonna take 900 years to save the game. I'm looking at a spinning pinwheel you guys can't see. You're trying to sleep, but that's fine. You have nothing to apologize for. Let the stream and its really long saving menus lull you to sleep. Oh, somebody subscribed! Welcome, DBZ fan. How's it going? That thing actually worked. I was so excited. Thank you for subscribing. That's gotta... Let's see where we're at. I can't see it on stream. I'll check in my app. What are we looking at here? We are at... $6.95, it looks like. For me, anyway. Ba-dum-bum. It was punny. Are we at 96 now? Might not have updated in what I was looking at. That's exciting. We're gonna get there, guys. You just wait. Okay, let's move these troops over. We don't need troops here at the moment, so these guys can all come over and we'll have so many troops.
Reporting.
696, heck yeah! We're getting there, guys.
Construction
When the
complete.
smell of donuts is in the air, you can be sure
Mauler ready.
Sarge is coming. Oh.
Prepare for my arrival.
Hey, Vader!
Construction complete.
You're back just in time. Okay. Let's move these troops to Dagobah.
On my way.
You must go to the Dagobah system.
Ready to go.
Sarge, you're about to get a message.
Reporting.
Let's go. Let's go. I actually really hate fighting on Dagobah. It's a pain in the butt to attack. It's really not bad to defend. It's such a pain to attack it. Because, like, when you land, you'll see we'll only get 2 units, and then you have to move first to, like, be able to get even any more units on the ground. And it's a very easy map to defend and a very hard one to fight. We're just waiting forever. This guy you're talking to, he's always been eating. Well, there you go. Well, don't tell Sarge that. She might get jealous. I feel like one day Sarge is just going to be walking down the street and she's going to meet a baker. And it's going to be all over at that point. This is the most interesting thing we could all be looking at right now. So after this, we'll focus on Naboo, I would say, just because then we can only get attacked from one direction, as opposed to 2. And then maybe we'll just move on the Regresso asteroids. Right now, it looks like Regresso is not claimed, but I think that would be odd, because it's surrounded by Rebel worlds. I don't know why the Rebels wouldn't have claimed it by now. This is getting obnoxious. Bread boy. She's gonna marry PETA from Hunger Games. Let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
We have to put troops on the ground because we have to take this other landing pad. This planet is so irritating.
Reporting.
Don't put her in his new name. There you go. It's a perfect name.
There can be no diplomacy with rebels. Deploy some troops and show them how we negotiate.
Show the rebels how we do the stuff.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Inputting coordinates.
So we'll take
Keep going.
this, and then we'll be able to land more people. So now we just gotta wait forever. March, 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 march through the rain. Now, with that said, I really like this map because it's pretty. It is a very pretty map. Keep moving. It's fine. Just pretend like they're not there. It's fine. Pretend like they're not there. Okay, we're gonna pause. Now you can be aware they're there. Maybe they're not there. Where did they go? You thought of Hunger Games? Yeah, PETA, the baker who's named after bread. All right, let's land some people. Let's get Vader on the ground, more troops, and some more walkers. Oh, they're gonna try to take that from me. Dang it.
Enemy spotted.
Come on, man, this way.
Contested.
Yep, we'll send some people back to that other reinforcement point here in a minute. Actually, I might just send Vader. Vader, I need you to go handle that.
Copy. Affirmative.
Alright, the fight is on. Should have left somebody defending over there, but I didn't. That's fine, Vader can handle it. Even though he's getting shot at.
Yes, Commander. Hostiles.
Shoot at these guys. Man, it's like all troopers here. This is crazy. Like, I've not seen any regular troopers. It's like I've come to the planet of anti-troop people. Keep going, Vader. Push through it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stop landing tanks, to be honest, because it's literally all anti-tanks.
Ready to go.
Spreading out. Open fire. Lead the way. Reporting.
Wow, Vader's gonna be way outnumbered. That's okay.
You presume too
Unit
much.
destroyed.
Alright.
Awaiting orders.
Keep fighting, guys.
That target.
We're gonna get this bombing run, and we're gonna actually use it over here. This is a total waste, but I don't even care.
Commence attacking target.
We'll check it out.
The bombing run will take out all these guys, and Vader can retake the base. Yeah, I don't actually have snipers, but that's okay. Vader's gonna take this,
Always ready, sir.
and
Fire at will.
we'll take this guy out. This guy's their commander. He basically gives them buffers in battle. So we'll take him down.
Attacking. Fire for maximum effect.
Vader, we're just gonna let Vader stay here. Vader can just stay there and defend that area. But I feel like we should be through most of the people who are just here. And we should actually be able to start marching forward now. See, Vader's handling the guy over there at our other
This way.
Providing
landing
backup.
point.
Over there.
Vader's pretty
behind you.
self-sustaining. He'll be okay.
Targeting.
We're gonna land mostly troops now,
Affirmative. Firing.
We'll assist you.
just simply because it seems like they have a lot of anti-tank guys.
Reporting in.
It seems like a waste to just keep landing tanks then.
Engaging enemy.
Because these guys, the anti-tank guys can still do damage to stormtroopers, but not as much as they can do to tanks. So we can just land stormtroopers and we'll be fine.
Warm up. Fire.
It's just so many troops.
Awaiting orders.
Target destroyed.
Those look like regular troops, but that's probably just from the barracks. These guys are making me go backwards, which is not what I want.
Concentrating firepower.
Oh, hey, and there's more. Take these guys down. At least they're shooting at the stormtroopers right now.
Enemy sighted.
Everyone focus. I like this camera angle. Okay, good. Move this way, guys.
Scouting.
Shoot at the guy that's left as you go. Man, oh, hello, tanks.
Enemy spotted.
Not what I was anticipating at all.
Maximum effect.
There we go. Hopefully we can take these guys down. There we go. It's handled nicely.
On my way.
Keep going. There's some turret points up here somewhere.
Scanning area.
Now they may have turrets in them, so we're gonna have to be careful. But right here, there will be a turret.
Hostiles. Attack.
Focus on the tank. It's coming up behind us here. Okay, Vader, I'm gonna take a risk and have you start coming up.
Destroyed. At maximum unit capacity. Unit destroyed.
Copy. Fire.
Yeah, we're in trouble. We're gonna lose our tanks. I will actually land a few more tanks down here.
Unit capacity.
Hoping not everyone dies before I can bring in a bombing run. I just want us to hang on a little bit longer here so I can keep visibility. Perfect. Let's bomb these tanks out. Oh, I got Vader here. Heck yeah. Go, Vader, go. Vader's just gonna trash these guys.
Order acknowledged.
Heck yeah.
Target confirmed.
Okay, and then here's the new people I landed.
Reporting.
We will become 2, and I want you to start coming up
On the
here.
move.
Come on, man, this way.
Yep, we'll head this way.
Move out.
Vader, head this way. I do use 2 screens, so I am playing on my computer, and I'm looking at my television. I have a USB that goes from my computer to my TV. So on my computer is the game, and then what I'm looking at on my TV is OBS and Discord and my stream interface.
What is your directive?
You will all be 1 now.
Construction complete.
There's another tank thing.
You men follow me.
Yes, sir. Scouting area.
What?
We can find one of. Okay,
As
cool.
the
Everyone go up
Yes,
here.
Commander.
Bombing run available.
Ready to receive orders.
Bomb that. There's only a place for 2 buildings on Dagobah, so this shouldn't be too bad.
Ready.
No, I'm trying to click. I'm trying to click on the pad, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, everyone go over there so I can click on this.
Turret constructed.
Ready to go.
You may dispense with the pleasantries.
You may dispense with the pleasantries. Okay. Gonna keep on trekking. Oh, there's somebody down there now. That's fine. I'm really not that worried about it. Everyone shoot at that.
Awaiting orders. Open fire!
This will not take long. What's coming up on us? Oh, some tanks? That's slightly problematic. I want to take the building down first, though, because then they can't get more reinforcements. Okay, now everyone shoot at these guys. Vader, take out one of the tanks, please. Thank you. Alright, we're getting there. Both buildings are destroyed now.
You will join us or die.
Oh, hello.
I have you now.
Vader, you got this. We might just... This is going to take a while because now it's just like random people running around. So I might just auto-resolve it now. You need to get a second screen to watch your own stream and so you can see the comments. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it helps to have more than one screen for that specific reason. Okay, let's auto-resolve.
Unit destroyed.
Well, apparently I lost somebody else in that process, but it was just going to not take 900 years, so that's fine. Okay, we now have Dagobah, so let's move our troops away. And let's actually put Vader in space.
Building under construction.
Okay,
Constructing.
we've taken Dagobah. So, now I'm going to want to figure out what's going on
Unit in
Naboo.
production. Reporting.
Okay, where else could I be building things? You
Constructing.
can have another station level. Fondor can have another
Building
station level.
started.
Ready.
Everything else I have intentionally not built things on the planet. So I can just,
Unit
I guess I
in
can just
production.
keep building a fleet. This is the advantage to
Constructing
attacking
unit.
everything, is you get a lot of money. And you can look at here, that was a lie. You can look at here. Here we go. A economy, we still have, the rebels still have more money than us. They technically still have more military than us, but they can't use all of that military on us because of how it is. If you look, that we have almost the same number of planets they do. So we're gonna figure out what's going on in Naboo here pretty quickly. Naboo, tell me what's going on.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
What are we looking at? Pretty decent fleet here. But we are also a pretty decent fleet. So I'm not super worried.
Tartan cruiser reporting. Ready to go.
Fly over to Aradu.
Building started.
And we'll move on Naboo.
As you wish.
Gonna be a pretty intense space battle, if I'm not gonna lie.
Tactical battle imminent.
Naboo. While this planet is owned, all T4B tanks in the galaxy gain a 25% damage bonus, which is good for us to take this planet because T4Bs are rebellion, I think. Naboo is covered by thick swamps, rolling plains, and green hills. Unlike many other planets, Naboo lacks a molten core. Instead, the planet's innards are composed of a massive honeycomb structure filled with water. The planet is also home to numerous animal species and is inhabited by the peaceful Naboo and more warlike Gungans. That's right. If you're from Naboo, you're just called Naboo. It's really weird. So the humans are just called Naboo. I don't know. Naboo typically populate the striking cities such as Theed, while the Gungans dwell in the exotic bubble cities hidden in lakes and swamps. I am still going. I'm going to go for another half hour, probably. Which is exactly, half hour is approximately how long this menu will take to load. If I had to wager a guess. How are you doing, Django? How's your day going? Living your best life? These menus take forever, and it drives me nuts. Just reminds me of Darts and Droids. To Naboo's soil. I haven't read Darts and Droids in like a year. I need to read more. I'm so behind on it, but man, I love Darts and Droids. Darts and Droids was like the thing that got me through college. I loved that webcomic. We have to go on to Naboo's soil. We need tuna booze oil? So good. So funny. Why is this taking forever? No, that's sad. I mean, it makes sense, but that's sad. And you're gonna play some X-Wing, and do you think you'll try X-Wing or TIE Fighter first? Actually, I shouldn't ask you because you're driving. I should not encourage you to type while you drive. I'm going to assume you're sitting in a parking lot currently. Hello, Irony Thorn. It's good to see you. You are currently parked. Well, that's good. I feel less bad asking you questions. Why is this taking 900 years? I'm gonna be as old as Yoda before this is done. Probably X-Wing first, because it was the first game in the series. That makes sense. I forgot that they kind of intersect as opposed to just being like a good guy and a bad guy game. I'm really surprised. It must just be that fighting or flying sims aren't as big, or that that they put flying in Battlefront. Because I'm kind of surprised that they haven't made a game like that. They could remake it and make it for Poe's Black Squadron. That'd be pretty cool. Adapt some stuff you see in like the Poe comics. I'd be there for it. Why is this still not loading? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. It feels like it takes longer every time. And I feel like the space ones take longer than the ground battle ones. This is getting ridiculous. Like, if it continues to be like this, we might do something different here. Because this is absurd. And it does not take this long. I mean, it takes longer than it should when I play on my other file. But I'm wondering if it's like the game mode. I don't know. Give this like 2 more minutes before I decide to just do something about it. Because, man, I'm also getting kind of tired, but it's also because I really haven't eaten yet. I've just been eating these snacks. So that's a big thing. So what are you guys out there, like, watching or reading these days? Star Wars or otherwise? Like, what is filling your time? I'm currently reading Pirate's Price by Lou Anders. It's the Hondo novel where he hangs out with Han and Chewie. It's really good. When I'm done with that, I'm probably going to go through my Star Wars Adventure comics, which I'm really excited for. There we go. Give it a second to pop out more TIE fighters.
These vagrants stand in our way.
Vagrants.
Eliminate them to prepare for our land invasion.
Your destiny lies
These
with
vagrants.
me. Yes.
Gosh.
Look, sir, it's them.
Master and Apprentice is really good. How are you liking it so far? So these are just a bunch of land troops. That's what these ships are. I'm not going to worry a whole lot about the troop transports. They can't even really shoot back. So I'm just going to worry about these other things that I can kind of do something about. Nice. So a canon novel and then 2 Legends ones. Yeah, there's a lot in it to try to read tired. For sure. Sorry, I'm now eating. So I'm focusing. My mouth is full. I'll give you some strategy when I'm done chewing. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to keep my energy up. Okay. So right now I'm focusing on these Corvettes. The space station is really the biggest problem I have right now. This Corvette is going to do a lot of damage to my TIE fighters. And I really want to take him down. Once I'm done with him, I'm going to start moving on the space station. You'll see that more TIE fighters keep spawning. That happens as my other TIE fighters get shot down. He's gone, so now let's focus on the station. Like I said, I'm really not worried about these troop transports right now. So now we just need to take down the space station. Which we're doing really poorly at currently. I don't even feel like we're really shooting at it, to be honest. Like, not with enough to actually get through the shield generator. This is potentially problematic. Keep going, guys. We'll find a way somehow. Okay, we're starting to make some damage now. So we'll get through the shield generator itself, and then it will become easier to shoot down the station. We're about to lose one of our cruisers. Okay, so now we've broken through the actual shield. That blue bar is gone. So now we're actually making damage. Come on, guys. Yep, we lost one of our cruisers.
Choose your reinforcements.
This guy in. Okay, so the shield generator is down. So at least now, if the shield can't regen anymore. They're gonna be quiet for a bit, trying to figure out how to make some gear for an airsoft game. That's totally fine. I mean, I gotta admit, I'm now kind of curious. But if you need to focus on what you're doing, by all means, please do so. Lurkers are always welcome. Alright, now I've taken out the hangar, which means they can't get any more reinforcements at the station. I think they can still technically bring in reinforcements. If you look under the word Naboo, you'll see 19 of 20. That's how many units I can have in the space battle. It's the same for the rebels. So as I take out their ships, they should be able to add more in. But at least the space station won't generate more people anymore. In fact, we're about to take down the space station. Heck yeah. The space station is down. Let's focus on this Corvette now. If I can click on him. Behind the rebels somewhere. I really like zooming in on space battles because the detail is really cool. You can like see the individual fighters. Okay. So now what we need to do is attack these things.
Several fighters have broken off from the main group. Come with me.
So when I hit that button on Vader, it summons TIE fighters around him. Basically what that means is those TIE fighters have to get shot before he does, so it's a way of keeping Vader healthy. Hey, we won. Yay! We didn't take that many losses, at least not comparatively. That's really not bad going up against a level 2 space station.
Complete.
Okay, so let's move our troops to Naboo.
On my way. Tartan cruiser awaiting your orders.
Recruiting troops.
Any suggestions on Darth Maul novels, graphic novels, other than Lockdown, Shadowhunter, Son of Dathomir, Darth Maul? Things with Darth Maul in it outside of those things. Those are really the big ones. There's some junior novels. Oh, my friend Amy was just reading one. I think it's like Wrath of Maul or Darth Maul's Wrath or something like that. It's like not a young reader's book, but like a junior novel. And she really liked that one.
Construction
there's one that it's really hard to find because it came out when Phantom Menace came out, but there's Darth Maul's journal. And that's another good one.
Tartan cruiser reporting.
But those are really the main things for Maul. Should have saved the game, but that's okay. This ground battle will probably be the last thing I do on stream. Just because I only have about 20 more minutes, and it's been taking so long for things to load. I really wanted to do, like, Progresso and Geonosis. It's just not going to happen, but that's okay. But we'll probably do this ground battle, and then maybe some odds and ends in space, and then call it before we do another battle. But we've done really well. We've taken over quite a few planets. We took Aradu, defended Sullust, took Bespin and Dagobah, and we'll take Naboo. So that's pretty good. There's really, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed. But the best thing I would recommend is just go to Wikipedia, click on Darth Maul, and look at his appearances, and you should be able to find stuff. And then obviously if you've watched the Clone Wars, because there's a lot of good Darth Maul episodes of the Clone Wars, and Rebels, both. The season 2 finale of Rebels is so good. Ah, that's true too. I'm not as up on the Age of Republic, but Django is correct. That is a newer thing. I don't think the trade for Age of Republic is out yet, though. So you would have to find the single issue of that one. This is taking so long to load. Sarge, I have so many notifications because of you. If you're still out there. I don't even want to look at my Yoda Bauer account because there's even more there. Just so many. Just so many. Why is this taking so long? I'm excited to read Age of Republic. I've heard only good things. Yeah, it's available for pre-order. It might be out soon. I just knew it wasn't out before Celebration was going to be out. But they're on Age of Rebellion now. And I think they're getting near the end of I think Age of Resistance is going to start soon. I gotta be honest, the Age of Resistance era is the one I'm the most interested in. Even though prequel era, like the Republic era, is my favorite, and I will probably ultimately like those the best, I'm just, like, so excited for any kind of sequel trilogy. No, the FF. It's always those FFs. Every time. This is taking so long. I wonder if it's because my computer's getting tired or because the game's getting fuller.
Invasion commencing.
There we go. Let's do this. Now the locals will not be on my
Choose
side.
your reinforcements.
As the Emperor wills.
Advancing. Moving out.
On my way.
At maximum unit
So
capacity.
let's
Ready, sir.
focus on that right now.
Right away.
Because there's some Gungan cities right here by the seaside that will cause me grief.
Inbound!
There can be no diplomacy with rebels. Deploy
There can
some
be no
troops and show
diplomacy
them
with
how we
those darn
negotiate.
rebels. It's just menus. Well, when I've been playing this off stream, I haven't had this problem. It's something about streaming it. The game really does not like being streamed.
Lord Vader has landed.
Yeah, I have that many on Port Haven, and then something happened to my Yoda Bauer account, and I have, like, more. So I don't know if you did an FF there too, or what.
Cover my approach.
So I'm gonna start with taking out these Gungan cities, because then they just can't sneak up on us and cause problems.
We'll check it out.
Follow and fire at will.
Get some turrets up.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Reporting in.
But basically, if we don't take down these bubbles,
Concentrating fire.
the Gungans can always sneak in and take our landing pad, and the enemy will always have eyes on us as we land. So we don't want either of those things.
Construction.
I don't think that one's on Mac. I think I own all the ones that are available for Mac except for a few of the Lego ones.
Reinforcement point contested.
Yeah, we'll handle it. Hold on.
Turret constructing.
Just putting some turrets
Form
up.
up. Attacking.
Okay. Oh, hello. Hold on.
Don't fail.
Vader, take that tank out real quick. Did not realize we had more problems. Come on over, guys.
Moving out.
Yes.
Construction complete.
We almost got him down. It's just the two houses, so it won't take much longer. But now the rebels have come to us.
Copy.
Construction.
Targeting.
Acknowledged.
Horsepower.
You will not escape this time.
Vader, I would like you to attack that tank, please. We almost got that house, the Gungan bungalow. Come on, there we go. Alright, focus up. Got a lot of fighting to do here. We got this, guys. So we'll get through this. Hopefully this will be the vast majority of their troops. And then we can move up to this landing bay, and then we'll be able to bring more troops in.
Concentrating firepower.
And Vader, specifically Vader, attack that guy.
I copy. Fire for maximum.
Vader might not make it out of here. That's alright. We're doing some pretty good damage here. Vader's just destroying everybody.
Found something.
Now reporting. Your end. Firing.
We're getting there. We're through the big push here. I don't want to use that bombing run right now, just because it takes so long for that to reload. Almost got him.
Engaging enemy.
Vader, I'm actually going to send you here. There's a thing where I'll be able to see the whole map.
Yes, sir. Fire.
We'll cover Vader. We'll be good. Vader has a pretty good survival rate on his own. Plus, by himself, he'll be hard to stop. So they'll have killed that guy.
Heading out.
And then we'll move up here.
Yes, Commander. Fall out.
Alright. Let's make the map go faster. Hello. I'm gonna use that bomb right here. There we go. What's shooting at us and destroying things? Oh, just some troops. My turrets will do a lot of damage to those. We'll be fine. What we need to do is take this landing bay.
Ready. Let's move out.
Vader is just like surrounded right now.
What is your directive?
You need to get a turret up stat, my friend.
Turret constructing.
What?
Look, I really want you to take that tower, but I also really need to get you... Hold on. We also need to land some troops here.
Advancing.
Inputting coordinates.
Moving out.
Yes, sir.
Focus on
Target
these guys.
acquired.
Okay, let's go back over to Vader.
At maximum unit capacity.
Build Vader back to tank so he can heal.
Construction complete.
There we go. Vader, I want you to pull back. Bring that, make them come in so that the turret can hit them.
Alert all commands.
Let's get some vision up.
Ready to go. Enemy sighted.
Doing pretty good.
Construction complete.
Cool, now Vader will get healed up.
What now?
Unit destroyed.
Vader, you can go fight those guys now.
Meet your destiny.
We've captured
Awaiting orders.
Now we can see the whole map.
Coordinates.
Heck yeah.
We'll assist you.
What are we looking at here? It's not too bad, it's not too bad. It's a lot of mines. I can handle that. You guys go over here and capture this
Enemy
thing.
spotted.
Advancing.
Alright, there's really not a lot of units left on the map. So once we kind of get this batch of fighting done, we're going to be in much better shape. I want to go back and deal with Vader.
I am ready.
Vader, come heal up. This is like the palace. This is
reinforcement
really
point
cool.
contested.
We're going to sew that
Turret
vehicle
constructed.
turret up.
Do not fail me.
Do not... Vader, I don't think you understand what's going on.
Destroyed.
Always ready, sir. Hostiles.
Shoot at that stuff.
Roger. Moving to that area, sir.
Need to get this airstrike going.
Unit destroyed.
What are we getting ripped apart by? Man, that's something.
Construction complete.
On my way.
Still a lot of fighting going on, I guess. I want
Recruited some
an
mercenaries.
anti-aircraft turret. Let's see.
Upgrade in
These little
progress.
mercenary pods, you can pick them up and you can get bonuses. So now we can get the walk
Bombing run
faster,
available.
Roger that.
anti-weather,
Initiate attack run.
drive faster things going.
Reinforcement point contested.
Initiate going. Lead this way.
Construction complete.
Run. Okay. then Vader, I mostly want you to just kind of hang out, keep that safe so we don't lose that.
Reporting in.
There's just so many stray troopers going around right now. Let's see, what are these turrets? Go fight that turret.
Complete.
These guys can stay behind and fight these guys. You are group 2. You are now group 1. And those guys are fighting my turret. That's what turrets are for, really. Even though those turrets are gonna lose. Let's drop these guys here.
Capacity.
Do I not have a group 2? I could have sworn I said a group 2.
Open fire.
Affirmative. Unit destroyed.
I copy. Reporting.
There we go.
Turret
Anti-vehicle, shoot down their back to tank, please,
Yes, sir.
guys. Please and thank you.
Attack that target.
Now, Vader might not need to stay there. I can't remember if this, like, goes away if you don't keep a person there. But I'm not super worried about
Reporting in.
it. Okay, you guys go over there so I can get
Heading
that
out.
build pad
Unit
back.
destroyed.
I wonder how I'm
Unit
gonna mount a
destroyed.
sling. I wonder too. I've wondered that long and hard, Bobcat. I'm actually very concerned about it.
Inputting coordinates. Yes, Commander. Ready. Attacking target.
These guys are just like
Confirmed.
fighting all these things
Power. Yes, sir.
in existence right now.
Turret constructing.
Ready to go.
Group 1, go get that landing pad, please.
Bombing run available.
Okay, we're gonna bomb here.
Form up.
I'm not particularly worried about this mine,
Commencing
because the mine's not gonna pop out people.
maximum effect.
Target locked.
You guys keep helping? Heck yeah, now we can land more people.
Moving out.
10 units
my way.
is so many units.
Maximum unit capacity.
We're doing pretty good. We just have to get this mine now.
Always ready, sir. Affirmative.
So these guys are just kind of hanging on, having to fight people.
Unit destroyed.
They're fighting the mine, and then we can kind of keep moving after that.
Reporting in.
Unit destroyed.
Everyone focus on those guys.
Roger that.
You guys just
Scouting.
defend that landing post, because there's going to be more people running around. You guys
Turret
build that.
constructing.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
You guys are joining group
Copy.
2, and everyone's
On my
going to
way.
hang out over there. Meanwhile, these are all group 1.
I copy. Reporting.
And you all are going to
Construction
move
complete.
and go fight that thing,
Firing.
except for you.
Roger that.
You guys are now group 3. That was a weird sound. Dang it.
Yes, sir.
Form up.
Come over
All
here.
out troops.
You are now group 3. And you're gonna help me get these last few build pads.
Yes, Commander.
1, keep going. I want you guys to now move on this
Bombing
build
run
area.
available.
Yeah.
Engaging
Go attack
enemy.
that thing.
Turret constructing.
What did I build here? Anti-infantry or anti-turret? Anti-infantry. So we'll
Turret
go over.
constructing.
Awaiting orders.
Now you guys are gonna go over here.
Let's move out.
Construction complete.
Ready.
Alright, and everybody move on this
Fire.
mine.
Awaiting orders. Commencing
Somehow I've
bombing
completely
run.
lost group 2, and I don't really know when and how that happened.
Construction complete.
Let's go.
But it did.
Decided.
So this is anti-vehicle. And then we're gonna build anti-infantry.
Turret
So
constructing.
now this area is gonna be pretty well protected if the planet ever gets attacked. We'll send you guys
going.
back that way too. Because we're gonna, these guys will probably get taken out by my turrets, but it's hard to say
Yes, sir.
really. I want anti-aircraft there.
Construction complete.
And I want anti-aircraft there.
Turret
Ready to
constructing.
go.
You guys go fight
Target
that turret.
acquired.
They're gonna die to my turret, so that's gonna be fine. We're about to win the battle.
We are victorious.
We win! Oh man, I missed stuff.
Construction.
How dare you, Prof. Mango? Man, we took some losses, but not as many as they did.
System conquered.
Okay, with that, I am gonna call the stream here, just because before we do anything else,
Building started.
it's gonna like take
Begin
forever to load,
construction.
and so I won't have time
Construction
to
complete.
do what I need to do next. But we did really well. We didn't necessarily advance the story at all, but we now own a large portion of the galaxy, which is really going to help us out as the story does progress. And then the next time we stream, we'll take Progresso, and we'll take Geonosis,
online.
and we'll be good to go.
Ready to go.
So I'm going to hit save. And why that's taking 900 years to save, I will finish off the stream. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like the stream on your way out. I don't think you're going to see much out of us over the weekend because it is Mother's Day weekend. So the next thing we'll probably do will be Monday, will be my Aftermath video again. But thank you so much for hanging out. It means a lot to me. And I will see you all soon. Bye.